me what they wanna see me for. Hit me out, here we go. What's the re-report? Tell me what they wanna see me for. Hit me out, here we go. What's the re-report? Tell me what they wanna see me for. Hit me out, here we go. What's the re-report? Tell me what they wanna see me for. Hit me out, here we go. What's the re-report?
Welcome to the re-report. Appreciate you guys taking this time to hear me out here on the re-report. I really do appreciate also all of these subscribers we've gained over the last month or so. We hit our goal by Friday. We hit 1,600, and now today here on Sunday we're currently at 1,706. So please do me a favor and continue to subscribe as we, try to hit our quest for 1,800. And I believe we can do that by Tuesday. So let's try to get today. Let's try to get us to 1,720, and by Tuesday, let's try to get to 1,800. We'll see where we are, but I do believe, and I really do appreciate you guys. Can't do it without any of you, so please continue to support, like, share, comment, subscribe, including the video today. Well, today you see the logo, you see the title of the video, and I didn't want to talk about this because I really do like the Cincinnati Bengals. I like Joe Burrow. I like this team. But, man, the fans online are killing me. They are just killing me. Like, not me, like, directly at me, but just the tweets, the Cincinnati Bengal fans who just can't let it go and can't accept the fact, won't take responsibility that the only reason your team isn't in the playoffs is because of your team. Nobody told the Bengals. And I'm not going to be here long. I just got done watching the playoff games, of course. Quick update. Yesterday, the Texans surprised me when they beat the LA Chargers. Joe Burrow. Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert had about 3 or 4 interceptions, 4 or 5 interceptions all season. And yesterday, he threw 4 in the game against the Texans. And the Texans won that game like 32-12. And the Ravens beat the Steelers to no one's surprise, 28-14. Last 2 games between the Ravens and Steelers has been a surprise with the points that the Ravens have scored. Those are usually defensive showdowns. And we'll continue to follow the Steelers in terms of Mike Tomlin, who is just on a playoff drought. Just wanted to bring these things up. And, of course, just now, at the time of recording this, the Eagles just beat the Green Bay Packers, so they are waiting the winner of, could be 3 teams. Could be Washington, I believe, could be Tampa, or Minnesota, maybe. So we'll see who they play next week. And earlier today, the Broncos, and they are pretty much in this conversation, they fell to the Bills. The Bills will play the Baltimore Ravens next week, and the Texans will play the Kansas City Chiefs. So that is the AFC divisional round is set. But again, just want to tackle this real quick. Cincinnati Bengals fans won't let it go. You see this tweet right here, and there's plenty more. The Bengals and Joe Burrow should have been in the playoffs this season. The Broncos and Chargers were not ready to play in the playoffs. Both teams were blown out and embarrassed. True, all true. It would have been fun to see Burrow face Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, or whatever. And then you got this one from a Joe Burrow fan club. Bengals would have beat both these teams. And it's like it's like these people are completely negating the fact. Again, don't want to be here long, but you're completely negating these simple fact. You finished 9-8 this season, while the other teams finished with 10 and 11 wins ahead of you for the wild card spot. Like I said, I didn't want to address this because I like Cincy, but sheesh, you opened up the season by losing to New England at home. You started 0-3 and 1-4. You lost a game you should have won here. You should have won here. This is one you could have won. And so you got 9 wins that you have. So that's 9, 10, 11, 12 wins right there. You shouldn't have lost both these Ravens games. You got blown out again at home by the Eagles. You lost at home to the Ravens. So that's 4 home losses right there. Nothing deep about this situation. Another close loss to the Ravens in Baltimore. You should have won one of these games. You had a chance to win both because you were up 2 scores in both games. So that's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14. This one right here, again, you lost at home, but you got blown out. And then this is one you could have won. You were down big, but got back in it. Again, in this one, you were down at home. You lost to Pittsburgh, and you got back in it. So that's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. If you don't lose at home, 14, 15, 16, 17. I mean, pretty much undefeated, bro. All close losses. I mean, well, not all close losses. This one was a blowout. But you win these games you should have won. If you protect home field, we're not having this discussion. And then you got the Bengal fans talking about what happened between Denver and Kansas City. Like, look, Kansas City earned the right to say, hey, we've been banged up all season. We got the division locked up. We got a home field locked up. Let's rest. They don't owe it to y'all to say, hey, let's help the Bengals get in. And they didn't lose or sit against Denver because they said, oh, we're afraid of the Bengals. The Bengals are what their record is, a mediocre team. You don't have Jamar Chase, Zach Moss at the beginning, Chase Brown, T. Higgins, Joe Burrow, Gesicki, whoever else you want to name, the leading sack guy, and finish 9-8. You are what your record is. And your record says that you were third in your division with 9 wins and 8 losses. Mediocre. Nobody's afraid of a mediocre team. Yes, I would have loved to have seen Joe Burrow in the playoffs, but it's not anybody's fault but the Bengals as a whole. Look at the close games they've lost. Let's go to could have won as opposed to should have won. Should have won this game against New England, 10 wins. Again, should have won this game in which they had 11 wins. Should have won at home against Washington, 12 wins. Should have won one of the Baltimore games, 13 wins. Blew out by Philly, and you could have won these games. So let's just call it 13 and be done with that. But nobody told them to start 1-4 on the season, and then they say, oh, we got the playoffs. We in the hunt still, so now let's pick it up. And they go 5-0 to end the season in their last 5 games. You went 3-5 at home. This is a rant, but I keep saying this on my timeline, and it really does make you just sour on the Cincinnati Bengals because of this. Nothing much more, but then I did see this right here. Where it says rumor. I don't know if this is true or not. The Athletic NFL did report it, I guess. So it says head coach Zach Taylor is reportedly considering making changes to the team's offseason program to try fixing their slow starts to the season. He told the Athletic NFL Zach Taylor is an abysmal 1-11 in the team's first 2 weeks of the regular season since taking over. Since it says say taking over, it says show more. Since taking over as head coach. It says it's just on us as a whole to finish games off early in the season, and it's on me as a coach to make sure we come out of the off season. We come out of training camp and we're ready to hit the ground running from game 1. That's what the focus should be. You shouldn't be losing to the Patriots at home. I'm sure they said that there's something the NFL missed and where they apologized, but this game should have never been this close. The Patriots didn't have one game this season in which they scored 30 points. So it should have never been close at all. You don't lose 2 games to your division rival if you are that team, the best team in the division, especially games that were close. And you don't lose 5 home games. This is all on the Cincinnati Bengals. And yes, their slow starts at first, no one really paid any attention to it. Let's say, they made the Super Bowl this season, so they didn't really have a slow start. Like at 5-4, they were just pretty much a shocker team, and they end up going 10-7. But they talk about the slow starts. Let's go to 2022. They were 0-2, 2-3. Scratching and surviving, they eventually picked it up. It wasn't that bad, but like they said, the record is 1-11 since he's taken over in the first 2 weeks of the season. And then we go to last year. Of course, Joe eventually got hurt, but they were 1-3, and they were getting things going. But You know what I'm saying? Lost 2 straight here. They blew out the eventual NFC champions at San Francisco. And then Joe got hurt, but they lost these 2 games. They still finished 9-8. But again, look, 9-8, just like in this year they had Joe Burrow a full season and they still had the exact same record. So it's seriously a question of like who are we really blaming here? And we know that next year they have the opponent set. They're not showing anything right here. But next year we have the opponent set, and it's up to them to implement this and to execute. But that's all I wanted to share, man. It's really like look, it's y'all's fault. It's nobody's fault but you guys, but y'all's. Kansas City earned the right to rest their guys. Denver and LA Chargers were not good teams. Of course, we saw that. They got exposed, weak schedules, cupcake schedules, and they played real teams and got exposed. But this is not a college format. This is not a college system. Unfortunately for you, it's not. No committee voted the Chargers and the Broncos in the playoffs. They had better records than you. Kansas City earned the right to rest. Get up to a faster start. But I'm going to end it right there. Appreciate you guys taking the time to hear me out. Again, be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe. Let's hit our goal here for the Reed Report, and I do appreciate it. And yeah, we'll see you soon. Have a good one. Peace.
Hear me out, here we go with the Reed Report. Bring it to you live, on time. Bring it to you live, on time. Bring it to you live, on time. Bring it to